Hey guys, it's Steve. Welcome to another edition of Rotter Tube REEF. First of all, before we start, I just want to say hi to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining. And a little shout out, or hey, what's up to Scott from Mile High Reefers, CJ from CJ's Aquarium, Patrick from Patrick's Dive and Reef. Haven't heard from him in a while. I know he's busy. Bob Etcher. Bob, what's up? Bob watches pretty much all the videos and basically stalks me online. I appreciate all you guys. I know we haven't talked in a while on the Friday night videos. We'll do that again. I'm doing a lot of work and video production and other YouTube channels, and work has been crazy, so whatever. Hey Rad Perez, what's going on? There's a lot of other people I want to say hi to, but you guys know who you are. Anyway, Will, of course, do you even reef? I can't remember the rest of your catchphrase, I'm sorry. But, of course, I wanted to give you an update on the tank. Specifically, the nitrate issue. So, you know, I sugar dose. It's a form of carbon dosing, and it works really, really well for me. But I stopped sugar dosing because I wanted to try something else. And I tried a couple different things. I've got the bio pellets going on. Let me see them down here. They're just not kicking in, guys. They're supposed to feed the anaerobic bacteria in the tank to lower the nitrates that are exported through the protein skimmer. It's not working. I'll have to look at the Amazon account and see when I ordered those bio pellets. Alright, let me adjust this here. We're on low budget, kids. There's no editing here. Sometimes I just don't feel like it, I'll be honest. So the bio pellets, let's say it's 2 months, they just don't seem to be kicking in. So then I did a video 3 weeks ago, I think, on microbacter7 by Brightwell Aquatics, and basically in this bottle is a complete bioculture for establishing, and I'm reading off the bottle, biological filtration and rapidly improving water quality in all marine and freshwater aquaria. People will dose this. Please follow the instructions. They dose this to start the biological filtration in their tanks. Like if you have a new tank. I don't do that. I let nature do it. And if this was a new aquarium, there wouldn't be fish in it, just rock and sand, and I would just put some shrimp that are dead from the butcher in there and let them rot. That will start the bacteria process and the cycling of your tank. I don't use anything from a bottle. What I'm using from the bottle for is, people have highly recommended this. Amazon ratings are really good on this, and it's supposedly going to start the beneficial bacteria, the anaerobic bacteria cycling, so it'll build up their population to feed the biopellets in my nitrate reactor, which I just pointed out. Once that population is built up, they'll continue by feeding off those biopellets. Well, something's not working. I don't know if it's this. I've been dosing this for 3 weeks now. According to this, you dose 5 milliliters, which is 1 cap. 1 cap full for every 25 gallons. That's a 125 gallon aquarium, minus the rocks, but plus the sump. Let's just say 125. So I've been dosing 5 capfuls. You cannot OD on this. So that's good, but adding more will not help you. So this is also supposed to lower your nitrates and your phosphates like really fast. I'm not seeing it. In 3 weeks, I've been dosing every day, and yes, I turn off my protein skimmer. All forms of skimming have to stop. 3 hours after you dose this. I dose it at dinner time. I go to bed, I turn the protein skimmer back on. So, I don't know. 3 weeks. I started at 20 to 30 nitrates. I just tested now. My nitrates are still 20, maybe closer to 30. It's kind of hard to tell. So, I'll still use this. I have a fresh bottle here. I've got an empty bottle down below. I've already went through 1 bottle, so this will be my 3rd bottle that I'll use starting next week. So that'll put me like maybe 4 weeks in. And then I'm just maybe gonna go back to sugar dosing because my glass looks a lot better. Last night it had algae on the front of it. It wasn't too bad. It was better than it was when you guys saw the tank 3 weeks ago. However, when I was sugar dosing, I had no algae on the glass, no algae at the bottom there. All right. See the follower, he flinched. They can see you as well as you can see them. Why did I stop sugar dosing? I don't know. I was experimenting because someone said, hey, you should try I can't even think, you guys. Microbacter7. You should try it. All right, I did. And I like it, but I'm not seeing any difference. It's been 3 weeks. I want it to work. I want the bio pellets to work. Now, you should do a lot of water changes and do what you can to get your nitrates as low as possible, like close to 0. Then you can introduce products like this to keep it down and maintain and stabilize. Well, I'm looking for something that's going to bring them close to 0, and the only thing that did that for me was sugar. So, why did I get away from sugar? Again, I wanted to try a couple things. That's what this channel is about. Wanted to experiment and pass it on to you guys. Also, when I dose sugar, I can't remember the term, but there is a lot of slimy, white, stringy snot that is in my tank, in the tubes, and in the sump. And just kind of, see how like, I don't know, I cannot explain it, but you see how like the coral is moving, the Duncans, how they're gently flowing through the water. Imagine a tentacle like 6 inches long, a third the thickness of one of those tentacles from a Duncan coral, just attaching itself to rock or your sump or, you know, anywhere. And those stringy spiderweb snot looking things are all over the tank, like in your overflows, your sump, like I said. When I do not dose sugar, they're gone. They don't hurt anything. I just don't like seeing them. And I have to clean them out of the sump. I grab them by the hand, and they're just slimy, and they don't break apart. It's a result of carbon dosing with sugar, I found out. I haven't researched it, but I will. Anyway, sugar dosing is the way to go for me. It rapidly brings nitrates to 0 over the course of a week and a half if I'm at 20 or 30. And then I just dose every other day. The dosing that I do and recommend is 1 teaspoon for every 60 gallons. So I do 2 teaspoons a day at feeding time directly in the sump. Alright? Works wonders. You want to start a little less than that, or else your water is going to get cloudy because of a bacterial bloom. It goes away within a few hours, like 5 or 6 hours. Nothing to worry about. Doesn't hurt the fish. Doesn't hurt the coral. Again, when you're doing carbon dosing of any kind, you've got to have a protein skimmer to export those nitrates and the bad bacteria that are dying, decaying, or else you're going to have a larger problem. Because when those bacteria die in your tank that are carrying out the nitrates, they're gonna die and release those nitrates they've been carrying around. So, one other thing I wanted to say, you want to have oxygenation in your tank, because as you sugar dose, you know, it depletes your oxygen level. So fish don't like that. Which is why if I didn't have coral, my salinity would be at 1.018 because that's more oxygen in the water, and the fish do really well in that. They also have to work less to survive. They can bring the oxygen out of the water easier because it's 1.018. If the salinity is really high, fish will die, and one of the reasons is because they can't pull enough oxygen out of the water, and it stresses them out. They eventually die of suffocation. That's why you got to test your salinity levels. That's not why I have the Airstone sponge in there. There's actually a sponge. You can't see it, but it's like a big sponge. I wanted to see if that would help in any way to bring the nitrates any lower by trapping anaerobic bacteria inside. I know you've got to have very low oxygen levels for anaerobic bacteria to survive. That sponge is not that thick to house them, which is why those Marine Pure blocks are great. However, I used them and they sucked. Sorry, they didn't work. I had 2 blocks in my sump. They didn't do nothing. My nitrates were actually higher when I used them. So they got out of the sump. My tank has been absolutely great. I'm going to maybe go back to sugar dosing. I'm going to see what happens in another month and go from there. One thing I forgot to mention, don't forget to join our Facebook group. It's been a lot of fun. It's free. See the link in the video description below, and people post pictures of their fish. If they need help with their aquariums, they ask questions. People have been jumping in to answer. It's a really great community, and I thank you all for reading and viewing and joining our little club. So, happy reefing. This is Steve. Sorry the video wasn't out sooner. Usually I like to get it out in the morning when you guys are drinking coffee, but I was busy doing stuff. So, have a great weekend. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend and just relax. Alright? Take care, and I'll talk to you next weekend.